Hey all, Brad Reed the Gaming Mole here, and I have a bit of regrettable news, at least regarding my playthrough of Buck, a Saturday Morning Cartoon Apocalypse. At least that's supposed to be the full name of this game. I can't play the game right now. I can't play the game right now. There's really one glaring issue that needs to be fixed, and I hope that it gets fixed in like a future patch. But I don't know if it's going to be fixed or not because of recent events. If you saw my Twitter post or you saw what I posted on the YouTube discussion board about this, basically there's a resolution issue. Now, when I played the demo of the game, there was no resolution issue. It was everything worked perfectly fine, and it was still a work in progress. This game is still a work in progress. I have to keep that in mind, and I hope you guys that are watching this video or listening to this video keep that in mind as well. It's still a work in progress. On Steam, it's still in early release stages. I noticed it in the first video that I made, which was 50 minutes long. And my general concern at that time was, oh my god, the frame rate is horrible. And the reason why the frame rate was horrible was because of something on my end, is that my video card is not up to snuff to where I can play this game in full screen 1440 by, I think it's like 1440 by 1080. I forgot what the resolution setting was. For whatever reason, I did make a note of this in the first video that I did of this. Well, technically the first video I did of this, that there was a bit of a screen cutoff. And I thought that was on my end too. Like, okay, well maybe my PC didn't properly size the game screen to be playing that size. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I noticed that, and then when I looked at the video, it was like, oh, the frame rate is horrible. I need to fix that. So, like I did with my Sonic Mania playthrough, I basically reduced the resolution size and put the game in windowed mode so that the game's frame rate would actually be more stable and hopefully be up to 60 frames per second for those that love the 60 frames per second. I did that and I got even worse results. Not in terms of frame rate, but in actuality, in terms of just how the screen looked altogether. Instead of resizing the screen, it just cut off edges. It cut off more edges than what it would in 1440. And I'm going, okay, what is going on here? But I sat there and I tried to play through it. I'll just grin and bear it. It's not too horrible of a thing. But as time dragged on, and the 11 minutes I was recording this, things were starting to bug me. I was going okay, I can't see part of the HUD screen, part of the game's HUD. Things that I need to see were being cut off. And this is and it's really starting to mess with my reaction time in terms of when I can see enemies. In terms of when I can see enemies, and okay, oh crap, there's an enemy coming, I need to deal with it right away. No, I was unable to do that. And I kept trying to grin and bear it. I kept trying to just go through it. Okay, well, I kept saying to myself, okay, this has to be something on my end. This can't be something on the game's fault. I kept saying that to myself. But eventually, the last straw for me is when I actually tried to read some of the text in the game, to see what this, and pretty much in terms of seeing what items I had and what they did. I was unable to read it. Now I know my eyes are bad, but this ended up happening, and I was just oh crap, I can't read this even at the lowest resolution setting I can put this on. I can't read the text. So there was generally no way to just get around this. I was like, okay, I can have frame rate, but then I'll end up cutting off part of my HUD, and then I won't be able to read important text that I need to read. I'll just have to deal, like, am I going to have to deal with it or what? I don't know. So I just had to stop the game there. Afterwards, I took a couple screenshots, and I wanted to explain to the developers that, hey, there's an issue with the game. Like, for me, I don't know why, when I'm playing it, portions or really the left and right sides of the screen are cut off, and it gets worse if I go in lower resolution. And the response tweet that I got, which actually came rather fast, I didn't expect it in the same night or morning. He was like, why are you playing at that resolution? I went, what? At first I just went like, what? Like, that's a weird question. For one, I'm like, okay, well, why would you have that as a resolution option to begin with? But then I was just like, you know what? Just dismiss it. I mean, it's late at night, so who knows? Like, we're all probably pretty tired and cranky at this point. I went, well, I explained to him truthfully, my video card is not, my PC video card is not up to snuff. It's not on par with the current generation's video cards. And I know, like, I need a new monitor too, one that's probably bigger. But I deal with what I got. And I told him, like, hey, I just reduce it so, like, the frame rate will be okay and I can actually play the game. But when I reduce the frame, and I explained again, like, when I reduce the frame rate, there's more of the screen cut off, and there's nothing I can do. So he replied, okay, well, we'll look into fixing that. Soon. I don't know if they're going to fix that. I have no idea if they're going to fix that, because I also made the same post on the Steam discussion board, and there's quite a few people that are there's starting to be a growing number of people that are just disappointed with the game, because apparently the game had a lot more updates before, and now the updates are like getting few and far between. But I know they're still working on the game, because from time to time I'll see on their YouTube channel that they ran a stream and they're doing stuff. So I don't know what they're doing. I haven't really watched one of their streams, because when they stream, I'm not at home or I'm doing something completely different. Anyway, bottom line is, I have to stop this playthrough. I would hate to stop this playthrough, because I've stopped a lot of playthroughs for worse reasons than this one, and this is the one of, well, this, I have to say, I don't want to say it's the game's fault, but I have to say it's the game's fault. I'm sorry if anybody was actually looking forward to this. When the bugs are fixed, or maybe when this game actually becomes a full release, hopefully it becomes a full release. I am praying that this game becomes a full release, because I really want to play this one. I will get back to this game. Until then, I am going to look for another PC game to upload on the weekends. I'm sorry, everyone. Anyway, that's all I have to say for this game. I'm Brad Reed, the Gaming Mole. I am signing off. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.